Alrighty, hello. Welcome back to another video, if you are coming back. Today I'm talking about Gojo and how fucking busted he is. I lucked out, I got a shiny one. I don't have a good trait on him, it's just Vigor 3, but obviously my stats are tremendous. I'll go ahead and show you the decimals right now, which is 22% in attack, 11.4% in SPA, and 11.3% in range, which is almost maxed for the range and pretty good in the damage portion. This thing's a beast. I don't really have any good traits, as I said earlier, but his passives are insane. Plus 20% damage and SPA, minus 10 when you place him down, and then limitless, immune to all status ailments, so I'm also assuming that that's the Rengoku raid. And you get plus 0.1% damage with every round that goes on, which honestly, they should have done that for Sung Jin Woo, because for Sung Jin Woo, he has a little bit of a cap. It stops at 40%, but for Gojo, it's quite literally limitless, and Sung Jin Woo also is limitless, which is what kind of confuses me, because I feel like he should be there with the limitless trait, but I digress. Gojo's really strong because he is one of the best supports and one of the best DPS currently. As you can see, his range is already massive enough. With his ability, he ends up getting a stun, which when you use it, everything that's inside of his range, which is already pretty big, gets stunned, and then he ends up getting a lot of damage, if I remember correctly. He gets a very large boost to damage. It's like 50% or something like that. But yeah, he's very strong. He stuns for like the duration of his ability, which I do believe is like 15 or so seconds. He's really strong. Yeah. Gojo, once again, as with all of my unit showcases, I'm going to be using a Haruka Rin, which will boost his damage by 18% on top of his already limitless abilities. And at the end of the showcase, when I fully max him out, I'm going to be selling my Haruka Rin to show you basically how much damage he ends up doing. Once again, I did place him at around wave 2 or so. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Now that I have my farms all maxed out, at upgrade 3, this guy does get red, which does change his AoE to be line AoE, so at this point you should have him to closest or to last. Gojo is a 3 placement unit, so you can cover him alongside of whatever is already being used. On placement, he does about 4.36k, although it does say 2.94k, it doesn't really matter. It is on placement because he gains plus 30%, which puts him at 3.83, or at a maxed or somewhat maxed Haruka Rin at 4.36k. And through this, you can go ahead and see what he does. Sort of puts like his fingers up to his face and then shoots his red red? I don't really remember. And then finally is his purple. I think his line AoE gets slightly bigger, and yeah, his attack is pretty cool. And then at upgrade 8, he will get Void, which will boost his damage by about 4k or so. And with Void, he finally gets his ability, of which everything freezes in place for him to boost all of his damage in here. And everything that he does kill will minus his SPA so that he does attack faster, because at max purple, as you can see, he gets 10 seconds per attack, which will actually double his damage, which in my opinion is pretty fair trade-off. However, yeah, with the max purple, he becomes full AoE, goes up into the sky, smashes that shit together, hollow purple. It's crazy. Thanks for finishing one of my quests. But yes, with his ability, Void, as you can read here, upon activation, Gojo gains plus 50% damage and all enemies in range are frozen for 10 seconds. That's my fault. I said 15, but that's alright. Every kill while Void is active, like inside of his Void, lowers his SPA by minus 2% down to 10%, which is also, once again, still really good. At max upgrade, he does 53k every 9.9 seconds. Once again, this is at wave 11, which he, with his thing, can grow limitless. So yeah, with his wave, damage is plus 0.1% with each wave that's passed, so really good in an infinite. Obviously, you do want a Monarch on him. However, with Monarch in general, it's not really that good to go on an infinite, especially because you can place these guys like everywhere. Oh, I want one here, here, and here, whatever. Doesn't really matter. And however, with Gojo, it's also like Sung Jin Woo, where his ability is not going to be for one unit only, it's global. So this also includes if you have another player that has a Gojo, if you use his ability, then their abilities will also be used. Once again, you can put this on auto every time that he gets a kill in here, minus his SPA down to 10%. And as you can see here, the second Gojo, it is maxed to in Void. And yeah, this thing has global cooldown. Yeah, as you can see literally in the bottom here. Oops, global cooldown, doesn't matter. But yeah, he is very strong. He is going to be a meta DPS. He is going to be a meta support. This guy's crazy. Yeah, so he has full AoE circle. He does 53.62k damage every 9.9 seconds. This is with a Haruka Rin that is currently maxed out. Without Haruka Rin, is going to set him at 46.69k. A pretty significant jump, but nonetheless, he does do incredible damage. Without Haruka Rin, Or sorry, yeah. Let me just sell Haruka-Rin. Without Haruka-Rin, the DPS is 6.65k every second. And then if I were to pull out a calculator, 4.7? Oh, sorry, he was in his void. Without his void, yeah, it's 4.71k. Upon activation, Gojo gains 50% damage and all enemies in range are frozen. Without his void being activated, he does a DPS of 4.83k per second, which is going to set him, without Haruka-Rin, 4710. Because 4.71k times 3 because it's 3 of them, and he would have a team DPS of 14,000. Very strong. Don't get me wrong, there are going to be a lot better units than him. I am most likely expecting Sukuna to be similar to this, of which would do like a lot more damage because it's Sukuna. Also, Itadori is just currently unusable. He is usable. He's very good. However, you can't evolve him, so sucks to suck. But yes, Gojo as of now is one of the strongest, especially because he has Limitless. Go ahead and put him at like wave 100. Good fucking luck, man, because his damage is going to be insanely strong. But once again, this is with Z+, Z+, Z+. I hope that if you do get a Gojo, you can reach similar stats. If you do need any help with upgrading your stats or anything like that, I did post a video on it. I can link it. You could see it at the end of the video or link in description. I highly recommend that you go see it. It is just one of the best guides because right now the guides I'm looking at are kinda iffy. But yeah, I digress. One last time, thank you for watching. I hope that you have a very good day. This is Gojo. Look good in all my photos type shit. He's crazy. I hope that everything goes well. Take care. Have a good day.